This one finds Wilson downfield. He stiff arms him. And they finally bring him down, but he reaches the 16. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 45 yards.
And this is one of the toughest parts about being a defensive back. When a play breaks down like this, you're taught to plaster to a receiver. Find the nearest one and adhere yourself to it. But you can only stay with the receiver so long if the play continues to develop. He knows where he's going. You do not.
And he'll just get rid of it.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. And the tight end goes in motion left. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. But he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So Carr departs, and on his Blake Groupie for the Saints field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is good. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one. And what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
They run again with Dowdle. Room here to run. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Peyton Turner there on the tackle. The Cowboys at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Here's Prescott. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Willie Gay getting in there and picking up the sack.
The drive had started well after a punt last time. Now it's slowed down a bit. And let's face it, they don't want to punt the ball in back-to-back series. They want a sustained drive on this one.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. In motion comes the tight end left. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. That one completes. Elliott. And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Prescott down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Prescott on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Kevontae Turpin, his 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cowboys have cut it back within a score. So, Charles, they had him double covered in the end zone. It still was not enough.
I wonder if they're thinking to themselves now, 2 didn't work. Do we go for 3 guys on him next time? Because he fought through all that extra attention, got himself into a great position where his quarterback felt confident enough to challenge the coverage and threw it his way. What a big-time play right there, both by the quarterback trusting him and by him going up and getting it.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Carr. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They start on the ground with Elliott, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Peyton Turner, such an athletic rusher, and you saw it on that stop.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To throw is Prescott. And this one is incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
This offense so far on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Now Prescott. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run it with Elliott. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
So did you suspect the same thing that I did, that they were lining up just to draw them off sides here?
100%.
Well, how about that? They were going for it the entire time. Never a question in his mind about going ahead and getting it, despite where they were on the field.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard it in my voice when they snapped the ball. I was like, oh, I almost wasn't ready to call the play. I just kept waiting for the timeout offensively. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Cowboy touchdown. CeeDee Lamb, 50 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by DeMarvion Overshown. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that makes it a 21-10 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now a play fake. Carr. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Carr now to throw. And Wilson with it, complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. Cedric Wilson, 39 yards. And the Saints are back within a score.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
The Saints offense and Derek Carr, they're still on the field, so they figure to go for 2 here. Sliding out of the pocket and unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. He throws it on the move but can't connect as that falls incomplete. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just in a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Second down and 6 now. Prescott. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Here's Prescott. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Third and 9 here. Now Carr. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. The final shot here before half for Carr. That's Olave bringing in another one. And he's going to have another 1st down here as he's able to dive beyond the marker. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff, and the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
2nd and 10. Elliott, toss right. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Delay of game penalty. Ships him back 5 yards, makes it 3rd and 10.
Here we go.
Prescott from the gun. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
This is taken at about the 14. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Carr going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 21. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 46 yards.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
One of the great coaches said football's a really simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Carr going to throw. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down. Now Carr. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Here's Carr. He'll get this out to Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Saints have cut the lead back down to 2. Carr will look to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. Nothing separating these 2 teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Prescott to throw it. Going for the deep ball. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Saints are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So they took their shot. That was a pretty good heave, but in the end, the free safety is the one who comes away with the football.
And 2 of the traits that you look for in a good free safety, range and decision-making. Both on display right there. And it didn't hurt that he's got a good pair of hands, too.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Well, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, it had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Play fake. Here's Prescott on the move to his left. Oh, Prescott stripped. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. So he went out of the pocket left, and then things got dicey.
And what often happens is when they get outside, they want to keep their eyes downfield in order to try and complete a pass. But when they try to make a play, they've got to get their footwork involved, and that can really mess them up as well. And in this case, nothing went right, and the ball got knocked free.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now Carr. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And the Saints are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. To throw, it's Carr. They'll roll him out right. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. Make it 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr. And the Saints, on the final play of the 3rd quarter, have taken the lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. He may go. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick 6 on the other side, and now, oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. finding space at the 40. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. 17 yards on the play there. The Cowboys have a first down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he's taken down here by the Saints. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
And the pressure gets to him again. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up third down.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is
under pressure. They got him again. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to fourth down.
Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
He's got him in, complete. And down to the 27-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Saints are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Throwing now is Carr. And incomplete. They tried to drop it off, but he couldn't hold on.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. He'll field this at the 5. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Prescott. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Micah Hyde, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, this defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick six.
And how about the way they've played this entire game? Not only they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick sixes, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Elliott going to get it again on second down. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On third down, Elliott. Now he's free at the 35. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Saints' 32-yard line. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance.